Yes, sir. My name's Zakashi, guys, and in this video here, we are going to be talking about tags, teams to invest in. Now, I want to talk about these teams because a lot of people are coming into the game and they don't have an idea about what units are actually the most valuable. But even guys that have been playing the game, if you want to pick a team that you strictly want to invest into, because I often show people my fusion team, I'd actually show you right now. I often show people my fusion team, and my fusion team is literally built to the Earth's core of like the best thing you can dream of. So let me show you right now. So I've got this fusion team, right? If I go to my party formation and I go to view all, I've literally perfected this team to the highest level. So anytime a new Ultra LF Fusion Warrior drops, I can actually just slide them in accordingly and just move out the equips. Don't mind this one yellow because it's just a new one I'm working on. I had a different one there. It's just a new one I'm working on, but you can see this is like a max level team with all the characters at 14 stars. Sub-bar Namekoku, but you can see he's not a fusion warrior. He's literally just there because he actually Zenkai bust USG and he has a double offense Z ability, which is for Saiyans. But that's too much technicalities that I'm talking about. This is about what teams are most worth it for you to invest in. And I'm not going to just show you one team. I'm going to show you multiple teams. And you can pick which one suits your fit most. I'm not saying you have to pick these teams to build out of any other team. But out of these teams I'm going to mention, they're the most valuable, just generally speaking, and they're going to be OP consistently going forward because they already have units as placeholders for possible Zenkais, and on top of that, in the future, there's hype units that we might be expecting. So yeah, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. All my social media links are going to be on the bottom of the screen. This is the YouTube channel, we've got Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. I want to point out that if you want to contact me, I always mention my Twitter and my Discord, but more than that, I stream every single day. So if you want to ask me a question, definitely come into my streams. I stream at 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. GMT. I'm British, bottle water, those people. I'm one of those people. So if you come into the stream, it's the best place to just ask me a question. Come just say hi if you see me live, and then you can just get what you need and even go or cool, because the streams be fire, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, let's get into this video now. Now I'm recording this at the end of the video, but I'm gonna put it earlier on in the video. What I want to point out is that for each of these teams that I mentioned in the video, catching all the units is very important. Now, let's say hypothetically I want you to build a hybrid Saiyan team. You can see the superhero banner is here. It's a banner where you can actually pull a lot of units out of them. So if I look at the Z power list, you can look at what characters are on the banner. Now, the best hybrid Saiyan team and the best team period in the game at the time I'm making this video is Beast Gohan, the Future Gohan, and Pan. Pan, the best support unit in the game. Them three are three hybrid Saiyans. If you can pull Beast Gohan, Future Gohan, and Pan, you're very, very much set to actually just rampage across PvP, and that's a very good hybrid Saiyan team on top of that. But even excluding those, you get Revhan as a substitute. He's very good, don't sleep on him. And you also get Goten, a Zenkai ability buffer. FSK is Zenkai buffer as well, just to mention some. Solar Hulk Trunks you wouldn't really want because Beast Gohan exists. So just to put it out there, this is a very good banner to catch hybrid Saiyans. Now, using that as a reference point for any other banner that you see, you have to use your knowledge, and I make videos all the time as well, so you can always just subscribe to the channel. You gotta use your intellect to actually see if you can build a whole team off of one banner. So if we look at the Kaoken banner here, it's pretty trashy, unfortunately, but you can see you can build God Key with all of these trash units in the back. But you shouldn't summon on the Kaoken banner just because specifically the Kaoken banner is trash. Kaoken might be useful in the future, but the banners on the characters on the side are trash. If there's any other banner, don't summon on any of these. But say for example, the Ultra Super Gogeta banner is very useful. The Ultra Super Vegeta banner can be very useful. Just to point out a couple there. The Tag Droids banner, Android 17 and 18, if that ever reruns in a sense, they come with future members, so you can build a future team. You have to catch a right banner, usually during the festival or the anniversary is the best times to actually start the game or start actually summoning. And on those banners, if you save for those moments, you can literally just do a haul. It's like shopping when everything's on sale, and you can build a team off of just one banner and you're set to go with the equips and everything else. So I want to mention that for you guys before you actually get into deciding what team you might want to invest in. Enjoy the video. Alright, so cool. The first tag I'm actually going to start with is actually movies. Now, I'm starting with movies because movies just has so many hyped characters that you can just mention in different variations. Right now, I've got the main man on the screen, the strongest character in the Dragon Ball universe, pretty much. We've literally got Beast Gohan. With that being said, I'm sure you can name a billion other movies units in different variations. Obviously, not literally a billion, but a lot of movies units that will literally just take the cake when it comes to being OP. We haven't even got LF Super Gogeta. We've got so many Brolys we can get in different forms. We recently got Ultra Broly. We've got an LF Broly in the game. Not the best, but of course I'm just mentioning people to show you the catalog of characters they have. Gogeta from the Super movie. In how many? The Broly movie. How many forms? Battle of Gods. Resurrection F. I'm just going on and naming the Dragon Ball movies just so you can get the point. There's a lot of OP movies units, so they're bound to actually just get hyped releases and build them so OP because they're for a celebration. Gogeta Blue. I'm just going on. Anyways, with that being said, at the moment as I'm speaking, movies is a very hyped team. We've got Ultra Super Gogeta here, just to mention them. I'm just going to drop a couple characters just to show you that there's a lot of dominant characters in the game that literally run the game, that have run the game, maybe not right now, but they are very valuable. I'm just switching out people so you can just see the options of characters that have just been OP in the past. I'm skipping certain people because they might not have had a big enough impact, but I'm just showing you some people. Doesn't mean they're necessarily OP right now, but just to show you what we already have in the game, like I'm just repeating. Another thing I want to point out with movies as to why it's a really good team to invest in is that they have really good equips. So I don't have the equip at a high standard, but there's a pure equip for the melee types, I believe. So you see this equip here. Let me even show you the one that I have at a higher level here. This one here. If you don't understand how pure equips work, I'm not going to describe it in this video because this is not the video for that. But the fact that you can get pure strike attack from this equip, essentially in the shortest way possible, pure strike is where it doesn't say base before the strike. So let me show you another equip where I'll probably have base. Let me just gamble this one. You can see it says base strike attack on the second slot, but if we look at this one here, it doesn't say base. So without the base behind it, it's essentially a multiplier. But if it does say base, it's like adding on. You know multiplying is bigger than adding. That's common sense, unless you're multiplying by 0, but you never will be. So in this case, pure is very valuable. However, I'm already explaining how it works. It's useful for the rest of the video. When you're multiplying, you need to multiply a number that's already big to get an even bigger number. So that makes sense, generally speaking. And with that, you can work out how it works, why it's important. Camera selling me. It will turn back on in a second. But yeah, with that being said, the team works very well because of that equip. And I want to point out that they also have other equips with most of the hyped characters being Saiyans, because the ones that finish off movies are usually Saiyans. Goku, Vegeta, Gogeta, whatever. Even the antagonists, they're not always Saiyans, but the main movies antagonist that we've seen is literally Broly, and he's a Saiyan. So it's the best way to actually move forward. And we've also got this dangerous support who will actually live for a long time for sure, Pan. So I've got to put movies in here as one of the best teams to invest into. If you want to actually get into movies, it's a very good team to start with, especially right now with how many movies characters that they've released. It will definitely live a long time because they will always want to release hype releases. Number 2 here, I've got Fusion Warriors. Now, Fusion Warriors works in a very particular way. They've got really good equipment as well, similarly to the movies team, but it's a lot much easier to actually get the equip that's a pure. With Fusion Warriors, the reason why they're very good is because they always somehow get attached to the big 2 celebrations that we get in the year, the anniversary or the festival. Either or, we get at least one Fusion Warrior in the game, and at every moment when they've dropped at such a hype moment, they've been the best in the game, and their track record is perfect. And I mean perfect. They've never failed to be the best unit in the game when they drop, whether they dropped in the anniversary or the festival. That's a fact. That's a fact. And just because of that, even though they only get 2 drops per year, don't you think if they've been the best in the game, they're going to last for at least a long time? And that alone tells you that it's a good team to invest into. If I go into the party formation, I'll just show you characters that have dropped. So Ultra Super Gogeta dropped for the 2021 Dragon Ball Legends Festival, and he just shredded the game. He's been alive for 10 months, 11 months leading into. VB the king of the second anniversary. He lived on for a very long time, and even with his Zenkai, he's not the best blue anymore, or the best blue fusion. However, he can still hold his own in certain situations. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, when he got his platinum equip in the third anniversary, he did not was not very good on release, but when he got his platinum equip, he had much value. And let me not even talk about Princess Kefla, literally VB's wife in the second anniversary. The strike damage, if she's Zenkai, it's going to be a long day for a lot of the enemies. Super Vegito, the king of the first anniversary, he was literally the most OP. Not even like the craziest one that we have on the list, but when he released, he was the best. Even this yellow Vegito, he wasn't a hype release. He just released on a regular banner. He's a regular sparking, and he was literally a top 3 unit in the game, if not the best. Gogeta Blue, he released with Broly, but I feel like as time gone on, he wasn't the best. But he released with Broly, and when people just kind of like shied down to the draw speed with Broly, because the draw speed is crazy, right? They saw that the green card guarantees you a kill. The green card guarantees you a kill. If this guy Zenkai is all plats, it's gonna be a big problem. And then just going into the red, we have CMZ and Super Gogeta. We already speak about Super Gogeta. One of the only few Zenkais in the game to get blast armor on his ult, I believe, off Zenkai, which is a big deal. I'm not gonna lie. CMZ is not really a fusion warrior, but of course, yeah, gotta mention him just because he is a fusion warrior, but he doesn't buff the team. And an Ultra Super Vegito, who dropped in the third anniversary. Now, these are just some units to name. Like I told you, I've already got the best team. If I actually call what I have, so you can just see what I'm dealing with. The equip that you want to focus on that makes it really good, which is a pure, is this one here. You get 5% at max, which is good. Like I explained in the first team, it's a multiplier. So it's very important to just add to your team if your team does have that. Fusion Warriors will always get dangerous buffs. Think about the variations of fusions we can get. Goku and Vegeta fusing into Gogeta. Goku and Vegeta fusing into Vegito. Goku and Vegeta fusing into Gogeta Blue. Gogeta transforming into Gogeta Blue. Vegito transforming into... They can just keep doing it over and over again. We've seen Dokkan, and they will always be a big celebration unit that's guaranteed to break the game, or at least be the best unit in the game, if not top 3 at the lowest. So yeah, you're not going to get many of them, so it gives you a long time to save and actually apply your Chrono Crystals directly to them, but they're going to guarantee you a strong team. That's what I want to point out. Future's another team that follows that format of just having a solid team, and they follow hype moments in Dragon Ball Legends, being the festival and the anniversary. I don't really need to go through the same process. We're at the third team now, so you should be following the gist of the video. Let's get into the party formation. Just to show you some characters. VB, I've mentioned him before. If you look at the green, there's Zenkai. Goku Black used to run the game dangerously. This guy dropped with Sword of Hope Trunks as a defensive menace. I want to point that out. This guy in the second anniversary was very, very good. Let's scroll down some more. Even if you use Cell, because he's from the future, you can put him on the leader slot and get value out of him. Future Gohan, this Trunks a free-to-play beast. I'm not even gonna lie, don't sleep on that guy. This free-to-play Cell, people have been using him and he's been decent. Revival Cell, come on man. Rose on his early release was good, and then just the end of CMZ in the third anniversary. And I'm missing a character because I just don't have them. And even earlier for the movies team, I missed Ultra Broly. But of course we got these two here, androids who literally just ran the game. They were a #1 unit. For some reason, the Legends devs just gas up this future tag so much and make them so solid. It's beyond my knowledge. I don't know why. But if we look at their equips as well, they have a similar thing. If I go into the recommendation, it should actually show. We got this plat here. The plat is very important. I'm not going to show a whole full of equips, but let me just place some more characters on. So we got this guy here, this guy here. You can get some decent plats. I don't even know if I have it. The future pure, I think this is the one. This is the one. You can get 6%, similar to the movies one, which has 6%. It's an awakened one, but awakened equips are the best equips, so it's just very important to add them to your team if you're getting into the higher ends of actually developing that team. Getting 6%, like I said, it's a multiplier, very good to apply to your team, and you can just build a solid future team. I don't have the android, so I have this crappy joint here, if I call it. I don't have the equips on as well, but this is just what I'm working with. It's pretty crappy, I know, and I don't even have any of the pures because I don't use Future personally, but as you can see, the plats make a very big factor to the defense with the health restoration. This plat's not going to go away because it's literally Future Trunks Saga, so it's going to be around for quite a long time. Want to point that out with two of the characters here, Vegeta and actually the Future Gohan having their plats released into the game as well. So you can just see there's a lot of value going on in the team, and just to mention other characters that could drop from the future, either or. So we recently got LF Trunks, we can get Ultra Trunks, Ultra Sword Hope Trunks, Ultra Vegito Blue. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm following all these future hype characters. Ultra Goku Black Rose. You gotta think about this. And they drop Goku Black Roses all the time, man. There's so many in the game. I think he's the most duped character, if we're not talking about Goku's, obviously. Because Goku's are kind of fake. Goku's and Vegeta's. I think Goku Black might be one of the most duped characters in the game. I might be bugging on that, but it feels like there's so many of them. And a lot of them have had a big impact on the game. So yeah. Future is definitely a team that's going to be mentioned in this list, and I know a lot of people agree with me because they've had so many periods where they've just been strong as hell, and they're going to only get stronger. You just have to catch the right banner. Now for this one here, I'm actually going to use it as two, and it's going to be the last teams for the video. I'm actually going to mention Sun Family and Hybrid Saiyans. Now these are two teams that always get an OP unit. However, I want to mention for Sun Family, there hasn't been a lot of synergy for that team, even though they hold up very well. Right now we have this good trio, which includes Beast Gohan, Future Gohan, and Pan. And as you can see, they're all Sun Family units. So it makes them Hybrid Saiyans, but they're also Sun Family. It works both ways. However, with Sun Family units that are not Hybrid Saiyans, so if we look at the Gokus in the game, usually buff Saiyans or whatever they're from with movies or whatever. So it makes it much harder to generally just build the team with good synergy. But I will say for Hybrid Saiyans, they're always going to get a certain unit that is just OP. Specifically because it's made up of Gohans. Gohans, they just... I don't know what it is with the devs, bro. Words is EVG. Toshi is secretly a Gohan fan, bro. He be saying he likes Majin Vegeta, but he's a Gohan fan, bro. The way they just drop Gohans that are insane. Let me glide through the boxes of just Gohans. If I just take the best Gohans that they've dropped every time. So we got Beast Gohan in the game right now, who's just demonic in terms of how destructive he is. We've got Revhan, disgusting. FSK, used to be the best unit in the game, stupid. Like, what? And let me not even talk about this yellow Gohan. If he's Zenkai's God is just raising hell in the Legends community, bro. That would be a big issue. They just dropped amazing Gohans, and now we've got this Sun Fam hybrid Pan, who's literally the best support in the game. So you can see Hybrid Saiyans is literally going to be flourishing for a while. They have a lot of synergy as well, but then you can mix that in with Sun Family. So if I actually just change it, and if my eyes work and try to find the Sun Family tag, there we go, we're gonna see a lot of actual Gokus and whatnot. So MUI in the game, you can see very valuable, very useful. This Ultra Goku, the free-to-play one, he might Zenkai. Kaioken, if the team flourishes in a way, you can actually get him as the leader slot. This 4Q here, very destructive at high stars with his ultimate. Just putting that out there. Blue Bros, common man. UI sign, because Zenkai will get a platinum very soon. I don't need to mention any greens. Maybe Dragon Fist, I don't have him. I know I missed out a couple people like Super Saiyan Trunks for the Hybrid Saiyan side. And Sword of Hope Trunks been replaced, so nobody talk about him. You can just see Namek Goku back in the day. There's a lot of like good units per each side. So whether it's a Hybrid Saiyan or Sun Family unit, there's going to be a OP Goku in some way, shape or form. He's literally the main character of Dragon Ball. And if not, there's a lot of instances where Gohan showed up. We got the Beast Gohan form, Ultimate Gohan, FSK, Father Son Kamehameha, the BoJack movie Gohans. They could literally just do variations of them and make him good. And we already have a lot in the game, so just expect that we can get other ones. And even mentioned the Gokus from GT with Super Saiyan 4s, especially we're expecting at the time of making this video tag Super Saiyan 4s. So I feel like that's a good way to close out the video with the fact that Sun Family and Hybrid Saiyans are guaranteed to get good units. You would think I would mention Vegeta Clan or something, but they're just trash. They're one of the worst teams in the game. No synergy as well. It doesn't work. There's no good Vegetas in the game for some reason. I don't understand why, but yeah. Sun Family is very important. Hybrid Saiyans are very important. They just love of Gohans, and of course Goku's the main character. So just close out on that. For the equips, I gotta touch on those. The equips, there is a pure available, and I only have one. I only have one. It's a Z+. I'm sure. Where is it? There it is. You can see you can get the 5% to each Son family member. So if I actually just show you the hybrid Saiyan team that I'm actually running, I call it, I've actually got it on the Beast Gohan here. And because he's run with 2 hybrid Saiyans that are Son family members, he also gets 15%. So it's for each. You see he gets 5% for each. That makes it 15 in total, which is a good multiplier for the team. These 2 here. But if I wanted to, I could take off Pan and even put MEY and it would still apply the same. I could take off him and put FSK and it would still apply the same. Even though FSK is not as good as he once used to be, it works the same. I could take off Future Gohan and put this guy, it would work the same. But the synergy kind of messes up slightly, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check this guy's Z ability. Oh, he's got Son family in there. That's nice. Some Gokus and Gohans don't. Son family. So that's nice. That fortunately I do. But if you look at someone like MEY, he doesn't. So I'd have to consider that in and then put him on the leader slot. I can't mix too many Gokus because a lot of them don't have Son family, which is unfortunate. But that is what it is. They're always going to get OP characters, so you can build an OP team. But yeah, man, that's going to end off the video, man. I think this is a very important thing because when you're free to play, you can't just keep banner hopping and just hoping that you're going to form a lot of good teams because you're going to be resetting yourself every single time. It's best to invest into one specific team, especially if you're free to play. You can do what you want with your collection and whatever, that's up to you. But if you want the best outcomes when you're playing Dragon Ball Legends, especially if you want to enter the PvP scene, you're going to need at least one dominant team, and you can actually just kind of like sort that around whoever's the newest unit in the game. For example, if you don't care about hybrid Saiyans, you can put Beast Gohan, who's only because he's the best unit in the game. It doesn't work with anybody, but you can put Beast Gohan on any of your selected teams that you want to build, and he would literally work because the leader slot option exists. So use that to your advantage and actually get the most that you can get out of it, and that way you'd actually be secured in actually tackling the meta consistently no matter where you are. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. All my social media is going to be on the bottom of the screen. This YouTube channel, we've got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. I'm going to leave the video like that. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know if the video was useful. Let me know what team you actually made in the comment section below. This is at the end of the video, but let me know what team you made. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one, man.